If you are no longer affected by the judgment of others and you stop judging yourself, would you make different choices? Everyone has the potency to make inspired choices. Get ready to listen, share, and experience the creativity that is you. Now, here's the host of Inspired Choices Radio Show, Possibilities Coach, Christine McIver.
Well, hello, all my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome to tonight's show, Inspired Choices, here on the Inspired Choices Network. So last week, we did a show with Milica Jelinek. I'm going to get that right one of these days. We talked about loyalties. It was a fabulous show. Check that out in the archives. Are your loyalties serving your desires? I really enjoyed that, and that made me really look at who I'm being loyal to and where I am and am not being loyal to myself. That was a fabulous, fabulous show. And the week before that, I did a show, When is the Right Time to Speak Up? I'm getting so much feedback from people just loving what was in that show. So those are just a couple of the shows that I've done. Tonight is my, unofficially, this is my 198th show here on Inspired Choices Network. Now, I did do radio for another couple of years prior on another platform, so there's probably about another 75 out there in the airwaves somewhere. But this is what you will find here on the Inspired Choices Network. So tonight, we're actually talking about seasons of your business and what change are you resisting. So when we're going to really dive deep into this, and I would love, if you have questions about your business, if you're struggling, if you're questioning, if you're really looking something new, I would love to have you join us in the chat room. It's starting to fill up. Come on over to inspiredsnetwork.com. Just on the menu bar, you can click on the chat room, or please feel free to call in. If you're calling from the U.S., 815-880-8255. In Canada, 613-800-8736, or you Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. So, before we get into that, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. So, I am a possibilities coach, and what that means is I absolutely know that wherever someone is in their life, if they have a greater desire, it's absolutely possible to make it happen. And so I work with people, whether it's in areas of self-confidence, in areas of business, in areas of relationships. I have a program devoted to concluding relationships with honor, dignity, whether it's a business relationship, a personal relationship, a family relationship, a friendship. It's called Divorce with Dignity, and you can check all that out on my website, inspiredchoices.ca. I love working with individuals and coaching. It is one of these things that absolutely lights me up. I also have a shop that you can check out on my website, and there you can purchase different programs that I have put together. You instantly get the download, and you'll see there I have 24 weeks called The Pleasure of Business that you can get individual weeks, or you can get the entire package altogether. It was a dynamic course, audio, video, and fabulous notes. Whether you want to learn about something specific as far as an online platform, Instagram, Facebook, anything like that, or you're really looking for maybe some more of the challenges around business and how to step into it, how to wear your different hats. There's so many different topics there. Check that out. I've also got a program called Bust Doubt Out. How many of you, tell the truth, face doubt in your life, face doubt in your relationships, face doubt in your businesses? That was one of my most favorite programs. It's a three calls, and I keep going back and listening to it because I enjoyed it so much, and it contributed so much to me. So there will always be more products and more programs going in there, and of course, in my shop, you can get all of those. And, of course, you can connect with me one-on-one. So stay tuned for the show. I've got a couple of surprises coming up because this year, actually, on Sunday, November the 11th will be my 10-year anniversary in my business. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe that I've been in business for 10 years. It's like, wow. I've got a couple of surprises for you, a couple of things that I want to share, and I'll give you a little bit more of that as we get into the show. But I really want to get into tonight's show, all about the seasons of your business. So what is the seasons of business? Do you know? What season do you think your business is in? And are you resisting anything in your business? Are you resisting a change in the seasons of your business or maybe businesses? So, when we talk about business, the first thing that's going to come up for you is what you visualize as a business. You're going to have thoughts, you're going to have points of views, maybe from other people, maybe family members, maybe from people that you know that are in business. I mean, I can remember when I first said I was going to go into business, how many people gave me their point of view. And it was very, very interesting. And as we talk about going into business or being in our business, wherever we are in the growth, the expansion, maybe the struggle of our business, people will have points of view. We will have points of view. We start to really project those points of view onto our business and onto ourselves in our business. And it can really be a struggle. It can really be a challenge. And what I absolutely know about business is if you have a thought, if you have an idea, and that idea gets you excited, that idea makes you want to jump around and play, or it makes you giggle, or you just cannot wait to tell somebody, like you're like, oh my God, I've just thought of this. Oh my God, I think I'm going to do this. And you're excited. Please know that energy is pulling you. That's your business energy pulling you in. Your business is coming to you. That's your business's way of getting your attention. Now, here's another great thing that I've learned over the years is that if you get excited about a business idea, that business idea is actually something people are looking for. It is not just a coincidence that you get an idea. There is you've got a desire to bring a creation forth. There are people that are looking for it as well. And as you start to step into your business and you start to match the energy of that idea with your excitement and your nurturing of your business, that energy will be an invitation to those people out there looking for it, whether they realize they're looking for it or not. Okay. So let's talk about the seasons. And let's talk about where you think that you are. And everybody in the chat room, I would love to have some input from you around where you believe your business, what season you believe your business is in. So we have 4 seasons. Now, of course, I live in Canada. I enjoy the 4 seasons in my country. There are some countries that don't have 4 seasons. That doesn't mean that your business doesn't have 4 seasons, that your business is not going to go through the different cycles, the different ebbs and flows, the different places and spaces where there's creation or there's reflection, the different places where there's blossoming and harvest, or there's be a little bit of leaner times. So where do you believe you are with your business right now? First thought, best thought. No right or wrong. And I will not be saying your name on the air. If you're concerned about that, not a problem. But let me tell you where a lot of people judge where they are in their business. So depending on how many years you have been in business and what you have deemed as success or not success is where you will judge what season you are in. Okay? So for a lot of people, I said that I've been in business for 10 years. What was the season that you pruned my business was in? Did you presume that my business was maybe in the fall, in the reaping? Okay, so Melissa actually in the chat room said she assumed that I was in the fall of my business. Okay, cool. Some of you may feel like my business was in the winter season, as in maybe I've kind of started to hit a peak and I'm starting to look at winding it down. There's no wrong to where your business is, but it's really fabulous to start looking at this and really starting to dance. These different seasons can be such a contribution to your business, to your creations, to your expansion, to your receiving. More than I ever even imagined. As I started to play with this topic, I started to receive a great deal of downloads regarding it. So we have one person in the chat room that says different aspects of her business are in different seasons. She has sex plays are in the winter, healing arts are in the fall, and she feels her facilitating is in the summer. Very cool. Another one says that her business is in spring right now, and then autumn fall. Okay, so I'm not sure about that last comment. Oh, so you assumed that mine was in the autumn. Okay, cool. So let's talk about the different seasons and what these seasons really look like. So the first season that we would talk about for a business is the spring. So spring is the season of creation, right? Where things are starting to bud. Things are really starting to kind of just start to see the surface of them starting to peek through into your reality. The spring season is the time where you may even be surprised by some of the things that start to blossom because you didn't realize some of the things that you've planted. You may be surprised by some of the things that you put that actually didn't come in. So when you're planting the seeds in your business, right, and you start to see them start to come to the surface, you'll see where some of the planting you may be nurtured a little bit more, you may be much clearer about what you wanted to come to fruition, and you'll start to see some of those things come forth. And then just like anyone who's planted seeds, you'll be sometimes surprised by those things that did not come to blossom. Some of those things that you really did desire to have come to fruition, and they didn't. So that is oftentimes where when you start to judge your business, you start to plant the seeds, you start to put things into motion, and as you see what's coming to the surface and what isn't coming to the surface, you start to judge it, and you start to judge yourself. How many of you are in that space right now where you're actually seeing what is blossoming and what isn't, and you're judging yourself? Maybe you're even going so far as to judge that you shouldn't be in business, or that, maybe you're thinking, I don't know what I'm doing in business, or I'm not really good at business, right? And you're going into the measuring. You're measuring your success, possibly you're looking at other people, and you're going, well, look at them. They've only been in business for X number of years or months, and look what they're bringing to the surface. And I have the same education as this other person, and look at how far they've come already. We start to, as our blossoms start to come forth, we start to do the judging, and we start to do the comparing, and we start to measure our level of success based on what we've decided success should or shouldn't be. So that's where the beginning of the seasons start, is in the spring. of course, the beginning of your business starts in the incubation stages where you're getting excited and these ideas are coming forth. But the seasons of your business, well, we've got so much to say, and it's time to go to our first break. I'm so excited to come back and continue to discuss these different seasons. And once we've gone through and we looked at the different seasons, then we're going to look at what really is possible with this knowledge of the seasons and how that knowledge of the seasons can contribute to your business and how your business can contribute to the seasons of your business and the seasons of your successes. So stay tuned, everyone. You're listening to Christine McIver on the Inspired Choices radio show here on the Inspired Choices Network, where tonight we're talking business and seasons. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Many of us make choices in our lives based on the past or what others think. What would our lives be like if we made choices based on what we desire in this moment? By tuning in to Inspired Choices radio show with Possibilities coach Christine McIver, you'll receive tools and inspiration you can use to do just that. You are an infinite being with infinite choices. Are you ready to create the life and living you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices radio show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is Inspired Choices Radio Show with Possibilities Coach Christine McIver. To participate in the program, call in the U.S. 815-880-8255. In Canada, 613-800-8736, or Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@InspiredChoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
Hi, hey, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. We are talking all about business and the seasons of our business. So before we went to break, we were talking about spring. And I want to back up a little bit and tell you a little bit about where I was at when I started my business. I had gone into my business after being very successful in a human resources career, and I was in human resources for about 20 years prior to going into my own business. And I really had a lot of concerns and a lot of doubt about what I was going to be able to do and what I was not going to be able to do. I didn't think that I was going to be that successful. I really judged myself. I really judged everything that I was thinking and doing and looking at what other people were doing big time. It was a scary time for me. It was a time where I thought, what will people think about me if I don't succeed? What are people going to say? How am I going to possibly, make ends meet? As they say, how am I ever going to be able to, really come up with the same type of success that I have had in my own business as I had in my business and HR professional. And so I had a great deal of doubt. And at the same time that I had that doubt, I had an excitement that there was something else that was absolutely possible for me. And I had the excitement that, there was something out there asking for me to step forward. There was something out there asking for me to be all that I could be and not to doubt myself. So that's where I began with my business, and that kept moving me forward. And I've got to say too, there was an aspect of I don't want to be embarrassed. So I'm not going to give up. Like once I said it, it's like, oh, I don't want to be embarrassed, so I'm not going to quit, because then what would people think of me, right? Like how many of us are out there that's the thing that's keeping us moving forward, is the fear that we will be embarrassed. And let me just tell you, that's actually not a bad thing. Sometimes it's like, use whatever you need to use to get you to the next space. Use whatever you need to use to have you continue to choose forward. Because so many times we are looking at, we have some kind of marker in our mind, if you know what I mean. And we've got in our mind that if we don't hit this marker, then we're unsuccessful. But here's the big thing, is that most people, I was in human resources. I'd had my own business, kind of from a perspective of, selling like a home show business. I had done that before. And, so I had a little bit of knowledge on how to do a few things. But truthfully, I didn't have a lot of knowledge. I had taken college and college diplomas in business and human resources. I had knowledge and education, but I had never actually been in my own business full time. So here's the thing, whatever has brought you to this moment in your business, there's no right or wrong of why you continued to choose forward, why you continued to stay in your business. Sometimes we actually need to be tricked to continue into something that really is on our heart. I have an article here on the network. I'll actually get the link and have it put into the replay. And the article is all about getting in touch with your business and really what is it about your business and where are you operating from? It's all about finding the heart of your business. And when you find the heart of your business and you start to connect in with the heart of your business and you continue to connect with the heart of your business, that can fuel you through those times that are challenging and that where you kind of feel quote unquote lost. It's staying connected with that excitement, and that excitement, you can continue to bring that forth with you through all seasons of your business. So wherever you are with your business, please know that if any spark of excitement, despite what the books say, despite what other people say, despite what maybe your calendar looks like, if that spark is there can still be something glorious created. Okay, so let's come back to the seasons now. Summer is the season of growth. This is the time when you've planted those seeds and now you're starting to really nurture and grow all of those services, all of those products. You're growing, you're expanding, you're looking for new opportunities, you're looking for new possibilities of how and where and with whom can take your products and your services and your projects to. During this time, you can sometimes feel really overwhelmed, really overloaded with everything that's popping, because this is when everything's growing and you start to see your all of your seeds coming to fruition, and then all these different possibilities. And sometimes in the summer, just like the heat of the summer, we can feel like we're getting burned out. All right? That time of feeling that burnout, that overload, that's the time when you want to step back and you want to get some fresh perspective. You want to take a little bit of time to really look at what your targets are and where you capitalize on different opportunities or different people's capacities around you. You know, throughout my entire time in my own business, I've always had my own coach. So somebody that I can be really vulnerable with and really share what's challenging for me and where I'm being pulled. And that person helps me to get a better perspective and helps me to step back and be really mindful of what's going on. So during the summer, you want to keep watering your ideas, keep bringing your ideas more nourishment, more tending to the relationship that you have with people and your products, your services, your products. You want to keep building those connections with people around this time in your business. So we have a couple of questions in the chat room. The first question is from Karen. She says, I'm wondering, I would say that I am wondering if I need to fertilize my business. Okay, cool. And I know it has great possibilities, so how do I support and encourage the growth? Right. So the first thing that pops is, are you supporting and encouraging you? Because you and your business are doing a dance together, all right? You're doing a dance. And if you are undernourished, if you are under-supported, your business, how do you gift to someone or something when you're unsupported, when you're not encouraged as well, all right? That's a really big thing. You look around even your office. Look around your computer. Does it feel nurturing? Does it feel supported? Do you feel scattered all over the place? Do you feel like you're running in 6 directions, or are you chasing something? Are you in the midst of chasing? Are you chasing the money? Are you chasing, or are you running away from fears regarding your business? Is that something that's happening for you, where you're not feeling that support and that encouragement? That's definitely something to look at. We have another question. I wonder if when we are in fall, we sometimes sense the winter and go into a beyond about something possibly coming to an end. That is a great question. So let's jump right into fall. So fall is the season of harvest. And this is when things start to come to full forward, where we start to see the bounty around us. We start to be able to capitalize some of the things that are happening in our business, where we're really starting to expand. And this is where sometimes we start to resist, where we see some peaks. We might think that we actually are starting to hit some peaks, and we're resisting. Now, here's something that happens in fall for many of us, is we actually start to self-sabotage. We start to get distracted with our targets. We start to allow ourselves to go into that space of doubt. Because if you've never experienced that harvest in your business, your doubt may start to come in. And remember, your mind is created from that place of fight or flight. And your mind wants to protect you. So as you are expanding and growing into something, you can often feel that doubt energy, or your mind playing games with you and pulling you back to that space of comfort. So if you're mode operandum has always been just planting the seeds and getting a little bit of harvest coming forth through summer, you may start to sabotage yourself with the doubt and really pull back on maybe taking some risks, on maybe being a little outrageous, on maybe being a little beyond you've ever been before. And yet, you'll know when something inside of you is asking you to jump out and expand and be something different. I can tell you stories. I could probably talk for 2 or 3 hours talking about what I've done in my business and some of the things that I have done to really step out and expand. I mean, truthfully, I should sit down and write all these things out. And should you, because when you really look back at all the things that you have chosen and all places and spaces where you have expanded beyond your own imagination, you're going to surprise yourself. And from that space of acknowledgement, some pride is going to step in. Some joy is going to step in. Pleasure with who you are being and who you're choosing to be with your business will, and that loving, kind joy, pride, acknowledgement can then continue to nurture that business of yours. So in the fall is the time where you can really start to expand and capitalize on everything that you've had and know that, yes, there is the winter of your business, and there's also, and this is the part that I'm going to get into after the next break, is there is not only the seasons of your business, but there are seasons of your services. There are the seasons of your products. There are the seasons of what you offer in the world. All right? They're going to each go through their own seasons. All right? And these seasons will, so you could have, I think it was Melissa said that she feels like she's in different seasons. Yeah, you can have different seasons going on simultaneously. And maybe you don't need to nurture something as much. That part of your business is really growing and it's harvesting really, really beautifully. But another new product or service needs more of your attention. So maybe that product or service is in its spring. So when we get back, I'm going to go over winter, and then I'm going to also tell you about a promotion I've got going to just offer tonight. Is the first night I'm offering this promotion, and it's in coordination with 10 years of being in business. And then I'm going to look to some of your questions, and we'll see where else it takes us. So please stick around. I'd love to have your contributions and really get more for all of us and all of our businesses through this show. So you're listening to Christine McIver here on the Inspired Choices radio show on the Inspired Choices Network, and we'll be right back.
Many of us make choices in our lives based on the past or what others think. What would our lives be like if we made choices based on what we desire in this moment? By tuning into Inspired Choices radio show with Possibilities coach Christine McIver, you'll receive tools and inspiration you can use to do just that. You are an infinite being with infinite choices. Are you ready to create the life and living you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices radio show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you ready to have pleasure with your business? Yes, I said pleasure with your business. The pleasure of business a la carte will surprise you with topics like meet yourself in the boardroom, money, services, and you. Expand your visibility. The pleasure of communication. The pleasure of Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Christine McIver has so much pleasure with business and loves teaching all things business. Beginning a new business? Desiring to expand a current business? Or looking to resurrect a business that has been dormant? This program will get you fired up and bring more pleasure than you have ever imagined. Exhausted with your excuses for not creating a phenomenal business? Join now for all the pleasure with business. Pleasure of Business a la carte gives you total choice for what you desire and what your business requires. That's 24 weeks of different topics to choose from with weekly calls, audio and video recordings, and PDFs. This class will have you dive right in and use tools to create the business that has been speaking to you. Go to inspiredchoices.ca for full details or join the Facebook page Pleasure of Business a la carte. Now is the time for you and your business.
This is Inspired Choices Radio Show with Possibilities Coach Christine McIver. To participate in the program, call in the U.S. 815-880-8255. In Canada, 613-800-8736 or Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@inspiredchoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I am so grateful for each and every one of you that join the shows, that comment, that share them afterwards. It's absolutely phenomenal, and it fuels me. I know all of the hosts here on the network absolutely love interaction from our listeners. So please, if you feel motivated to reach out, please do so. It's absolutely fabulous contribution. So before we get back into the show, I want to tell you about a promotion that I've got going on. So right now, as I said, I'm going to be celebrating my 10 years in business. This is just something that dropped in tonight before I started this. There may be some more specials I'll be putting forth, but right now, I have actually put together a coaching package, and we can coach on anything you desire. So right now, 4 coaching sessions with me is $75 each for a total of $300. So you buy a package of 4 coaching sessions for only $300, and we're going to work one-on-one together. We'll do it over Zoom. It'll all be recorded, so you can enjoy 10 years of my coaching experience on my 10-year price point. So when I started my own business, my prices were much, much lower than they are today. Today it's $250 a session, so I'm putting them up there for $75 only when you purchase 4 sessions. And here's an even crazier one. If you purchase 8 sessions, you'll get 8 sessions for only $500. Now, you do have to book these by the end of November. No, we're going to say by November the 28th. That's my daughter's birthday. So that gives you 21 days. You got 3 weeks to get that booked and paid for completely. I will have the link in the replay tonight that you can make that, you can step forward with that and take advantage of that crazy freaking offer. I love how my business gives me these wild things. It's hilarious. So do get on the bandwagon quickly so that you can get those sessions booked, and you have to have completed the 8 sessions by the end of 2018. They just need to be booked, and the price paid for by November the 28th. So, all right, so back into tonight's show. So we're talking about the seasons of your business. We've gone through spring, summer, and fall. And as well, keep in mind that a product or a service that you have got on, any kind of creation you've got going on in your business can be in any of those seasons as well. So your business can be going through a different season than some of your other products or services or creations. So winter, the season of comfort, the season of rest. Sometimes winter feels like it's being forced upon us. Like we don't want to rest. We want to keep growing. We want to keep moving beyond and beyond and beyond, especially when our bank accounts are being hit, right, where we don't feel like we've got enough money in there. But here's the really important thing to keep in mind, that when you are feeling like you're being left out, or that you're not putting enough focus into your business, it may be because your business needs some time, as do you, to rest and reflect and to really surround yourself with comfort, to enjoy a little bit of snuggling down with a warm fire, snuggling down and being really comforted and really loved. It may be the time when your business needs a little rest, where there's been a lot of growth going on. Now, if you have products or services set up where the business, some of those products or services can continue without a great deal of your effort, this will be fabulous for you to kind of rest and regroup and restore your energies, your business's energies, and the different areas of your life or of your business where you can start to look at and see where the gaps are. And guess what? As you do these enough winter and you really sit back and you do this beautiful evaluation of your business, that's where you can start to gear up for spring. That's where you can get this rejuvenation, of course. This is where you can get this influx of new life and new growth to come forward. There's nothing wrong with any of the seasons. These seasons, as they change and as they grow, they're allowing each and every one of your products, your services, your creations to continue to evolve and go to a new level. I forget what that name is in marketing, where it's time to have a new insurgence. I always show the examples like Coke. So we had Coke regular, right, for a very long time, and then they came out with Diet Coke, and then they came out with Cherry Coke, so it's like new creations will expand and reach new people and new possibilities, where if you were, there's nothing wrong with your strong root-centered products or services, but this is where you can start to expand them and have them grow new life, grow new branches as you would on a tree. And that's what winter does for you. So yes, Melissa says this would be great for stuff like residual income. Exactly. So when you create, like I have in my shop, create different products or services where people can begin to purchase while you are sleeping, begin to purchase while you are in the winter of your business, this is where the income can continue to come in. So this is where when you diversify, and maybe in the first couple of winters you hadn't done that, that's okay. But maybe it's time that you want to start looking at is, how can I diversify? What could I add to my business? Right? A lot of us are trying to keep the train on the tracks with what we have. And I'll tell you something, if you really want to grow your business, expand your business, have your business contribute more to putting a new energy into the business, really infusing new creations and expanding and adding new things, new possibilities to your business, that can give you a new energy yourself and really revitalize your business. So what is it that you've wanted to, but you're hesitating? Just ask your business, would this be a contribution? And if you get a yes, come out of the brain of the house and allow yourself to receive the energy of the possibilities and ask some questions. Right now I'm in the program. I have a program. It's in its second year. I don't know what it's going to look like going forth, but I have a program called Up Your Ask. And this program has continued to evolve. It stretches me constantly when I'm doing this program. So it's 100 days where we are connecting every single day for 100 days, and we are asking 10 asks a day for 100 days. And so what I've done this year, which was an expansion, right? There was more spring and summer. We're in the summer right now of this program. I created this year 10 modules for this program. And every day I am still continuing to expand it. So that program is something that really stretches me to step into asking more and more as well. Are you willing to ask for more for your business without going into the figure out space? Are you willing to get your head out of the game? I'm telling you, that's my one thing that I wish I'd have done sooner, is got my head out of it so much. And I'll explain that after our third break. Our final break is coming up right now. But I do want to talk to you about getting your head out of it and really getting into the play and the expansion. So stay tuned, everyone. This is our final break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Christine McIver on the Inspired Choices radio show on the Inspired Choices Network. We'll be right back.
Many of us make choices in our lives based on the past or what others think. What would our lives be like if we made choices based on what we desire in this moment? By tuning into Inspired Choices radio show with Possibilities coach Christine McIver, you'll receive tools and inspiration you can use to do just that. You are an infinite being with infinite choices. Are you ready to create the life and living you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices radio show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Do you enjoy music? Is music something you enjoy rocking to in your car or in the shower? Do you happen to play an instrument? Or are you wishing you played an instrument? Have you ever noticed that music can make everything in your life better? Are you curious about how it can bring more ease, more joy, and more possibilities into your life, body, and play? On Musical Magic with Alfie Joe, she explores the magic that music truly is and can be for you as well. Come play and enjoy a whole new world of possibilities. And have a whole lot of fun while we are at it too. Listen for Musical Magic with Alfie Joe radio show every Wednesday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, and 5 Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
This is Inspired Choices radio show with Possibilities coach Christine McIver. To participate in the program, call in the U.S. 815-880-8255. In Canada, 613-800-8736, or Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@InspiredChoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking around tonight. Wow, this show has gone fast. All right, so we've been talking about the 4 seasons, and one of the big things that I have to get back to is getting your head out of the game, all right? And here's where I'm talking about your head out of the game. When you are continuously in the, I've got to figure this out, I get this right, and you're in that energy of worry or projecting a lot of, you're looking at other people, you're trying to figure out what they're doing, how you can do it. Guess what you're not doing? You're not actually working with your business. You're not dancing with your business. You're not coordinating with your business. And darling, your business is one that you've gone into business with. I know, crazy, right? But it's true. It really is important for you to get this, that if you are constantly looking outside of yourself and you're not looking at your business and what your business is asking for, truly what your business is asking for, you're going to have more struggle. So truth, are you comparing yourselves to other people, looking outside of yourself with your business, trying to get it right, and actually missing dancing with your own business? Right? That's where I was. And this is where, when you are working with a coach, all right, and yeah, this is shameless promotion, but I know what friggin' works, and I know I am a great coach with working with people with their businesses. And if you can't stand up and say what you're good at, why would people actually hire you? Keep this in mind, my friends. And, it took me a while to get there. I'm not going to say that it didn't, but it's really important for you to get that when you're willing to step forward and really say what you're great at and really connect with your business, you're going to miss the mark. You're going to struggle. Your business is not like anybody else's business. Your business is unique. Your business is a business that has never been here. Not in the way that you do it, not in the way that you do it. You may feel like you do a lot of things that a lot of other people do. Well, that may be true, but your energy and what you bring to the table with your business is completely different than what anybody else has ever done. So it's critical that you guys get this. It's really critical for you in business and the seasons of your business that you get that you are unique, as is your business. So working with your business and the seasons where your business is at any point in time will contribute back to you. Your business wants to succeed with you. Your business came to you and wants to come through you with all of your capacities, with all of your knowing, okay? So that's really important for you to know. When you connect in with the seasons and you start to acknowledge where you're at with all of this and you start to seriously see that you and your business have a dance that's unlike any others, this is where, my friends, that you can start to really receive greater and greater with your businesses, okay? When you acknowledge, you'll know what to do. When you understand the seasons, know what your business is needing. You'll know when it's time to really nurture or when it's time to step back and restore, reevaluate. You'll know where you are in this dance and how this dance can contribute to you and your finances and everything else that you are desiring to have with your business. So please, my friends, wherever you are with your business, be sweet. Be kind to you and kind to your business and allow yourself to communicate with your business. Allow yourself, as great as that might sound to a lot of you, allow yourself to get in touch with your business and communicate greater and greater and greater with your business each and every day, asking some questions, following the nudges, following what your business is really looking for, not from the place of the shoulds, but from the place of, okay, what is it looking for now? Hey, business, what would be fun? Show me. Show me. When you're asking your business to show me, it will show you. And that makes it so much fun and so much easier for you on your poor little brain. Trust me, get your mind out of it. Get your brain out of it. And this is where things will start to expand with so much fun and, yes, even pleasure. So, the show went really super fast tonight. I cannot believe it. But I'm so grateful that you were here, and I would love to connect with you, and I'd love for you to take advantage of this promotion that I have going on right now. You'll be able to get the link in the replay for sure, or you can email me, Christine, at inspiredchoices.ca. Take care, my friends. See you next time.
Thank you for choosing to listen to Inspired Choices Radio Show. Christine McIver will return next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, have the best week of your life by making the choices that bring you all that you desire.